The following is a Just Green production brought to you by the Might Be News Network. What up, everybody? This is Relatable Radio, where it is always ladies' night. My name is Jackie, and I have here with me Amy.
Hello, everyone.
And Allison.
What up?
And the man behind the curtains, Taylor.
Hi.
AKA my hubby.
Yeah.
We made it 5 months, guys.
Woo!
We
Five
did it.
months as newlyweds.
It's all
Gun
downhill
to your
from
head.
here.
Will we make it? I saw couples retreat the other day, and I always think about that when they're. I don't know if you guys have seen it.
Yeah, that'll
but-
be all of us going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jason Bateman is married to Kristen Bell in the movie, and they're talking to their therapist. Gun to your head, are we going to make it? And they're like, yo, you need to holster that. And he's like, I'm sorry, and he like puts it away, like his hypothetical gun, and then the guy's like, you never pull a hypothetical gun on your therapist, like, and it just cracks me up. It's like the one thing that always stays with me from that movie. So, but So how was everyone's weekend?
I had a good week. I had a 4-day weekend this weekend, which was
Oh,
I was all excited
nice.
about it.
Oh.
And then I woke up on Friday morning not feeling well and sick, which
Of course.
right? Because that's how that goes. But Kevin and I went out for anniversary on Saturday.
Yes, happy anniversary.
Wait, where'd you go?
We went to the Melting Pot.
I've never
King of
been there.
Prussia?
You've never been? It's
No.
so good. It's so good. It's just fun. It's
Yeah.
different. You know, something switch it up a little bit. Yeah, and KOP. I don't think the one in Delaware is open anymore.
No, I don't know. I used to go to school right above that one.
Gotcha.
And I know that school's not there anymore. So I don't know if Melting Pot made it or not. It always smelled like cheese.
Oh yeah, so good. It's so good.
Yeah.
I've never been there before, but it sounds really good.
You would like it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Kev likes it.
Yeah.
I left, I was still hungry. Like, did they change their portions?
I'm never hungry leaving that place. I am
Oh.
like stuffed. But you have to get like all the courses, like the 4-course meal.
I
They
went with like a
have-
group of people. So I feel like it's
Well,
whoever can dig in fast enough, I guess.
Yeah, true. So you start with
cutthroat.
start with the cheese. There's like a bunch of different. We got the brie and bacon, then the salads. So of course I get both salads because Kevin's not eating a salad. And then we did like the couples meal. So it's a straight flat fee, and you pick like 4 meats and a pasta. So we got like 3 different kinds of steak, of course, and then shrimp and wontons, which are awesome.
Oh.
And then you get the chocolate fondue at the end.
Nice.
It was awesome. It was so good.
I'm hungry.
It was really good.
I just ate dinner
Super
and I'm
delicious.
hungry.
What do you do with the chocolate fondue? Like, what do they give you to like dip in it?
Oh man, all sorts of stuff. So
Really?
the chocolate fondue you get, there's strawberries, bananas, pineapple. They have little like chocolate chip cookie bites, brownie bites, Oreo covered marshmallows, angel food cake, or like not angel food, probably a pound cake.
Okay.
There's like a billion different things to dip into chocolate.
And you're dipping the meat that you order in the brie and bacon cheese? Is that what you're
No,
talking
so the cheese comes with a board of pretzel bites, different kinds of bread, apples, grapes, carrots, broccoli, cauliflower.
Almost like an appetizer, I
Yeah.
guess, right?
The meat you get to pick your. And they have a grilling thing now too. Instead of fondue, you can do a grill. So
Oh.
they'll bring out a little mini grill and you grill the stuff on it. But there's all these different seasons of like broth based
Mm.
kind of
Okay.
things that you can do to cook the meat in.
That's neat.
So
Yeah.
the fact that Kevin likes it means you
Yeah.
should like it.
Yeah.
I would definitely like it.
Yeah.
Kev likes it, yeah.
I think you would. And it's fun. It's like
Win.
we went 2 years ago for my birthday. I took it was 3 couples. And we all went, and my girlfriend's husband the whole time, he was so funny, but he was like, I'm paying all this money and I have to cook my own fucking dinner. This is ridiculous. It was funny. He's got a good point.
He's got a point.
He's got a point, but
I was gonna say it sounds kind of like a time consuming dinner.
it
right?
is.
Yeah.
Yeah. You usually spend a good amount of time there.
Like longer than like a normal
Yeah.
restaurant. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool though. I mean,
Yeah,
it makes it an experience instead of
Exactly.
just like a sit down, hurry up, eat, and leave.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
I honestly think the last time I ate at one was 2005.
Yeah. That was a while ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
I
just
think I was
something
only there
different.
one time, and that was it. I think.
yeah.
Never,
it's
never in my
definitely-
life.
It's much more enjoyable going with a smaller group of people. I mean, when you have a larger group, you'll have different burners, so there's more stuff going on. But again, you have that whole like, you've all got your freaking sticks in the pot, and like there's
That's
things
my
getting
stick.
lost, and so it's much more calm, and with 2 people,
Yeah.
there's not
And
as
you
much
get
of
you get your pick of food, and you don't have to fight anybody.
yeah.
for
Now
it.
you can always get more. So like if you run out of like for the cheese, if you run out of your plate of dippers and there's still cheese left, you can get more without a problem. They'll bring as much as you want. But once the cheese is gone, or it's gone.
Huh.
So it's good. It's
It'll
fun.
probably be
Very
the first
cool.
thing to go.
Happy anniversary.
Yeah, thanks. 8 years.
cool.
Which day
Very
was
cool.
your anniversary?
Well, when this airs, it'll be my anniversary.
Ah.
well,
The 22nd.
happy anniversary.
Yeah.
Very cool.
So
What about you,
Yes.
Allison?
I went to a baby shower, which was really nice. And Danny made really good food, and I ate all weekend.
How was the buffalo chicken
Oh
chili?
my God, it was so good.
I was looking at that.
We made last night. I fell asleep, and then I woke up suddenly, and I was like, Danny, make nachos. So we made nachos and put like the buffalo chili on top and then added
Ooh,
cheese. It was
yum.
amazing. It was so good.
I had buffalo chicken dip for dinner last night.
After the last show,
Because-
I went
yeah.
looking. I couldn't find any.
Well, I made my own.
sorry, guys.
I didn't try.
I was
really
like,
hard.
he's like, what are we doing for dinner tonight? I'm like, well, I want buffalo chicken dip. He's like, is that all we're having?
Like, are you gonna complain about
Oh my
it?
Do you want something else? I did make barbecue pulled pork as well, in my Instapot in like 45 minutes, and it was delicious. But he didn't end up eating any of that,
Mm.
Really?
so we're eating for dinner tonight
Why didn't he in?
because he had too much buffalo chicken dip.
I guess
anything
you
else.
make
This
really
is
good
enough.
buffalo chicken dip too. Everyone's gonna have to make some. We'll have a buffalo chicken cook-off.
Ooh, that'd be fun.
Fun.
Yeah.
I just follow a really basic recipe.
But John's not allowed to come.
Yeah,
right.
sorry,
This is too
sorry,
good.
not sorry, John. I'm gonna steal your recipe.
That's why he can't come.
Yeah.
Mine will be the best.
We'll see who can make John's
Yeah.
buffalo chicken dip the best.
John, not invited. Well, I went to Pittsburgh this weekend, even though there was this like crazy blizzard coming. It's turned out to not be too bad.
There was nothing for here.
Yeah, I left work early. I drove up with my friend Bree, who's getting married. She's originally from that area, but she moved down here for work. I think she said like 7 years ago. I became friends with her because she plays soccer. She's a phenomenal soccer player. I was like, I'd like to be on her team, but I don't like being the worst female. I'm also older and not as in good shape as she is. So that's my excuse.
Yeah.
So we drove up, and her dog drove up with us. And her brother picked her up from my friend's house. So I stayed with college friends
Mhm.
for the weekend who have an almost 2-year-old daughter and a newborn baby who's like 3 weeks old.
Oh wow.
Oh, wow.
That's newbie.
Mm-hmm. So their hands are full.
Yeah.
That little girl has so much energy.
The almost 2-year-old?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
And she immediately like took to me. She was like, uppy.
She's like,
Uppy,
oh, wait,
and I
this
was like,
person
okay.
will give me all this attention.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they're like, this is really weird because she's normally a little bashful at first. It takes her a while to warm up, but she like immediately, I guess she just
you're
knows
so
I'm not
comfortable
evil.
with kids though.
Yeah.
You don't give off
Yeah.
like weird vibes to kids because you're.
But
just,
it's funny though because like our friend Jen stopped over, and she has a son who's I think he's almost a year and a half I think at this point, but she like didn't go near Jen at all. I was like, kids can sense evil. And then our friend Kristen stopped over with her husband and their 2 kids, and it took her like a little bit, but she warmed up to Kristen really quick too. So it just was just like, she's gonna be heartbroken when you leave.
Aw.
I was like, well, just keep playing that baby shark. I heard that about
a billion
at
times.
least a billion times.
Oh
Yeah.
God.
Oh my god, yeah.
Is
So
the newborn a boy or a girl?
it's a boy.
Boy.
So and it's cute. Like she's really good with her little brother. Like she wants to give him kisses and stuff. So
Love him to death.
yeah, he's so teeny tiny.
I always
But-
forget how little they are.
Yeah.
I mean, but mine were bigger than average, so even
Yeah.
I don't have a really good sense of like
Right.
what a normal.
But even
newborn
compared
is.
to today, your sons were tiny. Right?
yeah, oh yeah,
So,
yeah. Newborns are like, oh my god, they were this little ones. Like this is
I know.
so itty bitty.
yeah.
Mine
And-
were always the size of like 2-month-olds.
Yeah.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah.
I mean, mine weren't as big as yours, but they were still larger. Mine, yeah.
You still hold the record at Paoli?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. How big?
12-9.
Winning
12-9.
again.
Jeez.
12-9.
I remember I was in Alabama visiting my best friend who was living down there with her now husband. We were all like partying all weekend. It was St. Patty's Day weekend. And Maggie was like, you remember Allison that was like friends with Mel and Chris McGeady? I was like, yeah. She's like, well, she just had the biggest baby on record at Paoli. I was like, what? Yeah. So I found out I was in Alabama. I was like, that's so crazy. And
Yeah,
here we
it
are
was
doing
crazy.
a podcast
I
together.
know.
Full circle. Life's crazy. But that the weather held out. Like our car ride up was okay.
Mhm.
And I didn't go anywhere Saturday. I didn't even step foot outside Saturday. Okay. So that was nice. And then I heard late Saturday into Sunday, because we went to bed late. It was like after 11. And I was like, is that rain? I think it was like pouring down rain, and then it just somehow switched over to snow.
Oh, jeez.
So that was fun. I was like, I don't have a snow scraper.
Wait, so you woke up on Sunday and it was snow. How much snow was there?
I don't know. I didn't really walk out in it. Like Garrett cleaned off my car for me, and then I basically had to get on the road.
Yeah.
So it was I don't know. It was enough to be a pain in the ass
Yeah.
because it was very cold. So my
Mhm.
car was a little frozen. Like he warmed up my car for me. I was like, oh man, I don't have my keys. I was like, wait a minute. He warmed up my car. He's a good guy.
That's
Aw.
nice.
So I go to leave and I'm like, okay, I need to get gas. And there's a gas station right at the bottom of the street. So I go to the gas station, cannot pop my gas door open.
Because it was frozen shut.
Mhm.
No.
I was like, okay, I'm not going to panic. I'm going to drive my car heading that direction towards this bridal shower.
Mhm.
And hopefully after a while it'll warm up and I'll be able to, get it open. The windshield wiper fluid was completely concealed under snow. So, and my windshield was looking like, I was like, I'm going to
Fancy.
die today. Like this was bad. So I was like, okay, there's a gas station right off this exit from the highway. I'm going to get off. I'm going to get gas and I'm going to clean this windshield. Like I'm going to get the rest of this off. Thank God I had gloves. And I had like Taylor's spare car key with me. And I was using that to get
Oh
the
my
rest of the ice off
God.
the windshield at the bottom. And I couldn't get my gas door open still. Like I eventually sat there. I hit the button a few more times. And then I just kept punching my car that I've had for a month, punching it on the hinge side until it eventually popped open. I even took my debit card around the
Right, straight
edges.
around.
Like
It was
Oh my
probably the hinge
gosh.
that was frozen together, though.
I think it was the hinge. Well, I mean, I could see icicles inside, like all around the door.
It's
Like,
ridiculous.
so I was just like punching it, and eventually popped open. And I was like, "Oh, thank you, Jesus! Thank you, Jesus!" Pump the gas, and then I finished the windshield and all that stuff. And I was like, "Thank God, at least get that fluid on the windshield."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Clear
so
off
stay
my-
out of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Great. Was
How long
still-
did it take you to get home?
A little over 4 hours.
Oh, that's not bad at all.
It's really not bad. It
Yeah.
said it was going to take me 4 hours and like 15 minutes to get home,
That's not bad.
and I got home at just before 7:00 last night.
Nice.
So
Crazy busy weekend.
GPS said 7:08 for the arrival time. I got home at 6:55.
Oh,
Shaving those minutes.
you were speeding.
Yes. But also because I was like, the roads were dry, right? So I was like, okay, the roads are dry. I'm going to be losing daylight because it was like
Yeah.
3:00 in the afternoon. So I was like, once I got on the turnpike, because I knew where I was going at that point,
yeah.
I turned the GPS off. And I was like, okay, I'm just going to go for it. And
That's
just
a
be
super-
smart about it.
It's a boring ride, but it's super easy to get out of Pittsburgh.
Mm-hmm.
I've been out there a bunch of times. My
Yeah.
sister lives there now, but used to live there before.
Well, let's ride up sometime together. I told them the next time I'd bring Taylor with me. But that also means I'm going to bring my dog.
I was gonna say, we
Yeah,
gotta bring Finn.
Well, we were going to go up last year around this time, I think, right? And it was supposed to snow, so we didn't go. We backed out. But my sister Maggie was going to stay with her 2 older girls overnight and watch Finn for us for the weekend. So that didn't happen because we didn't go.
Yeah.
But they still came over and stayed the night because I was like,
Oh,
she was like, the girls were
They were so excited. Yeah.
I know. I was like,
Can't say no now.
can't say no now. Just come over. We'll hang out and it'll be fun. We'll have a nice
Sleepover.
little sleepover here.
Yeah.
So that was it. I had a nice time. I felt bad because the bridal shower was really nice, but because of the weather,
Yeah.
a lot of people canceled.
Oh, that sucks.
So I cheered her up by telling her the people who didn't come today already have gifts for you. So
Yeah.
you're still going to get gifts.
Yeah.
You're not gonna get rid of
Which
it.
is not what she was upset about, but I made it about material things. So she started
You
laughing.
gotta look
about
at the bright side of things.
Yeah.
And then I told her they want to be safe today so that they can make it to your wedding in March.
What day in March do they get
They were
married?
like March 8th. It's a Friday.
Gotcha.
So they were like, look at you being all logical and philosophical with this shit. I'm like, well, I've been here. I've been here. Like, I was like, my bridal shower, like 3 people couldn't make it. I was like, oh, just cancel it. Like, I think she had at least half of the people couldn't make it.
That
And I'm
many?
like, yeah. And no, the roads were shit.
Yeah.
The roads were shit in the morning.
But what
I
time
will
was the
say that.
shower?
11:30.
Mm.
So, and I'm telling you, like, I left. GPS said it was going to take about 40
If
minutes.
You made it
I know.
cross state
I
for that.
know. That was my
shower.
argument. Like, I
Like, what,
came
these people couldn't come
from
a few miles?
Eastern Pennsylvania
Really?
people.
Yeah, no excuse.
Yeah. And I'm like, you live in Pittsburgh. Like, you better have an all-wheel drive vehicle.
Right. And I mean, like, here's the thing. Like, we all live in Pennsylvania. It's shitty weather. I mean, how much snow did they really get, though? Was it really
I don't
that bad? Was it bad?
The roads were shit.
Like, all morning, though?
If I left and the roads were that bad, I probably would have stayed another night.
Mm.
But they, like I said, they
Everything
dried
cleared up.
up. They dried up. It was because the sun was out.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, I'm gonna make the trip.
Nobody likes going to those things anyway. I feel like the brides don't
Somebody's
even
like,
really like them.
Did you want to move closer to see the gifts? I was like, nah.
I'm good back here, thanks.
I pretty much know what she's getting because I know what people put on the registry.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
Baby
I
showers
had like
are
a
more
viewpoint, but it's funny because I sat at the table with the other like bridesmaids.
Yeah.
So it was me and like my friends, Rose and Jamie, and then 2 other girls, and the 4 of them are involved in the bridal party. So I was like sitting there, just like shoveling cake in my mouth, like. She's like opening my gift. I'm like, hey, you're welcome. It's a box. You have to open the box, and inside the box is another box of things. Like, sorry, I'm just gonna go back to eating this cake, which I brought home. Like that's the other thing too. Like that restaurant was like you had to spend a minimum of like for 30 or 35 meals.
Yeah.
So in that amount of
Get
people,
all this food.
well, yeah. So you had a list of menu options,
Like yours. Yeah.
So they basically were like, they were basically like, just let us know what you want, and that's what we'll prepare, and we'll package
Box
up
up.
for people to take home. So everyone pretty much got to take another meal home.
Oh,
I ate my second meal today for lunch. It was phenomenal. Holy shit. I was like, why didn't I get this yesterday? Not that my meal was bad, but I
But this
really
one was
enjoyed
better?
it. It was like this, it was a type of wrap, and it came with these really delicious chips. Or not chip, well, what am I, English? They were, no, wait. They were chips. My God. They were
doing?
seasoned, though. They were almost like a homemade, like sour cream and onion or something.
Oh.
I don't know. They were really good. And like, I didn't even realize chips came with it. I just threw everything in the fridge, and I was like, oh, these are chips. Hope they're still good. Like thinking they're going to be like
They
stale.
soggy. Yeah. Gross.
Not soggy, not stale. Delicious.
They were that good.
They were that good. I was like, Maggie, try this chip today. Try this chip. No more. Just
You want
just
more?
the
You
ones.
have to go
yeah.
to Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Allison,
So-
you had a baby shower this weekend?
Yeah.
Say? Yeah.
It was at oh my God, the Square Garden.
Where's that?
near-
Never heard of that.
Near Brookside, I guess. It's only like, I guess it's the chefs from Wybrook Farm
Mm-hmm.
because that closed down.
Oh.
And now they're at
This other place.
this
Is it right on
beer
that strip?
It's like in
Next to Brookside?
I've never been. I don't even know how to explain it because I've never been in that area. But it looks
Is it
like
the
all new
shopping
stores.
center
I
where-
think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it like exactly where Brickside's located, or
No.
is it those strip stores that you can see
I
from
think,
Brickside?
yeah, I think it's the strip stores.
Okay.
But it was really, really good. Like really good.
How do you know the mother to be?
How do I know her?
Maybe-
How do I know you, Laura?
Maybe you don't know
I
her.
grew up with them in Rhonda.
Okay.
Her sister's my best friend.
Okay.
So,
Gotcha.
Is
but
this
it was
her?
really good, and everybody brought their stuff, and it wasn't wrapped, and it was just on the table
That's nice.
because she didn't. She's like, "Look, you can see what I got, but
Uh-huh.
I just want to mingle."
Yeah.
Well,
And
you
it
know
was
what? You
really
go
fun.
and you spend so much time.
Yeah.
Of the whole event, opening gifts.
And I'd never been to a shower where you sit down and you have a menu and you pick what you want for a starter, and then you pick what you want for a meal out of their
Oh.
options, and then they bring you your food. And it was
Yeah.
open bar. It was great.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it was very nice.
I don't remember what I was going to say. I completely lost my train of thought.
Any cliche baby games?
No, I actually won a gift though.
Oh, you did?
What'd you
I
win?
did.
What'd you win?
So I guessed closest to how many M&Ms were in the bottle.
How many? What did you guess?
I guessed 222,
And what was the answer?
212.
Oh,
Oh,
there you go.
Wow, you got really close.
I know.
Yeah.
So there were like 2 games because the mom to be isn't into that whole
Yeah.
thing. So it was like how many cotton balls are in here and how many M&Ms.
I feel like all of those kind of things, those traditional bridal and baby stuff, are totally being cut off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I've been in
My
a lot of
mom
weddings
was
where like
so
you
mad.
don't you don't
because I didn't want to play a lot of
bouquet,
games.
You don't do the garter thing anymore.
Yeah.
People don't like the little games. This one you
Yeah.
didn't even open the game. Like because a lot of that is very old school. Those
Yeah.
traditional things, and people these days are like, wait, why? Why
Yeah.
are we doing this?
I ripped through my gifts so fast and I was sweating. Like I just remember being like, okay, what's this one? Okay, read, open,
Like a
next.
marathon.
I just wanted to get done because I just
Yeah.
I
It's
felt
a
bad
lot.
because there were still so many people
Yeah.
I didn't see or socialize
Right.
Yeah,
with.
exactly.
Like
I like that
damn.
at kids' parties now, you don't open the gifts.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
gift you shove it aside and then you
Mhm.
open the gifts when you
I'm
get
trying
home.
to remember if people opened gifts when I was a kid.
I feel like you did.
I think I did.
You definitely
Yeah.
opened gifts as a
Yeah.
kid. And that now has stopped, which is
Yeah.
great because especially if you're spending all this money
Yeah.
at a venue of some sort,
Right.
doing whatever it is, you've got only so much time. And why
Yeah.
waste that time sitting
Right.
there opening gifts? And like the kids don't want to sit there and watch you with your toys, you know? Then it
Yeah.
just
Right.
it's not.
That's what I was gonna say to. I was trying to say to my mom, like, can we like do a no wrapped gift so everyone like it can be in something clear, like, or just bring it. And my mom was like, no.
A lot of people do
no.
that at
I'm like-
Christmas. Do like
I'm
the
like-
whole no
I'm like,
wrapping.
but let me. I don't want to wrap it. Like, I don't want
It's
to
a
open these
wasted
gifts. Like,
paper.
can we just? And she's like, no. And then she's like, you're gonna have a boring bridal shower because you don't want to play any games. I'm like, I
I
don't
know
want
the
to play
stuff
the
that you
cliche
do.
games. Like,
Yeah.
so
I
they
like
did-
the one that you did with the questions.
Yeah.
Of like who knew you
But-
best.
I won a prize. I get very competitive at these things. But it was just like, who's the better driver? Is it the bride or the groom?
Mhm.
So one of those kind
Okay.
of questionnaires. So me and the one bridesmaid, we won. She had like
Nice.
16 right, and I had 14 right. But it was like shout out to Rose because I know this was your idea, but it's in this bag. It's like baking stuff. It's like
Oh
I
my
think
God,
it's like
it's
a
like so
like
up your
a
alley.
cup. I know it's like a cupcake tin, a whisk, and a cake,
Oh.
like chocolate cake mix, and some frosting.
Wow.
That's cute.
Good idea.
Oh. So it's not like hand lotion? I feel like that's like
No.
the go-to.
I know.
No, yeah, it's always something like little,
Yeah.
like a manicure or pedicure kit,
Yeah.
or yeah. I was just like, oh shit! It's like another whisk to add. I have so many utensils in that kitchen.
So
I have
here's
to
a
plan a baby shower.
Oh, you do?
Yeah. So I'm starting it now. So I'm going to keep all these ideas
Yeah.
from you guys.
Okay.
I'm doing a sprinkle soon.
Oh, are you?
Yeah. My friend.
Where are you guys doing them at?
I think I'm going to do it at my mother-in-law's restaurant.
Oh, yeah, that
Oh,
works
Since
perfect.
so I have to plan the whole thing and pay for the whole thing. So I'm like, I know she'll help me.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Who's
Yeah.
who's it for?
the one of my best friends, I was her maid of honor in her
Okay.
wedding.
The one
and,
that the one that just got married?
Yeah.
Oh, that's exciting.
So this is our first,
Aw.
obviously.
Obviously, not always.
Yeah, so that's not
Yeah.
obvious.
Well, yeah, the sprinkle is
The sprinkle is a second. So
Yeah, okay.
her daughter is 7 and she is now having
Yes,
another.
you were saying. Oh, you're
Yeah.
saying that
So-
she was pregnant. I feel
Yes.
like these things are falling
What?
off my head.
I'm distracted by you playing with them. Like, what's going
She
to
won't
happen
stop
now?
falling.
She totally
Um,
doesn't want one. She hates being the center of attention. And me and my friend Jamie we're like the trio. We're just planning it
Yeah.
So where are
she'll
you
appreciate
going to
I'm
do
sure.
it?
at my friend Jamie's house. She
Okay.
offered to host it.
Is she local?
Yeah, she's right in Westchester.
See, sometimes
so
with
it's
sprinkles,
low-key,
it's
like,
really
nothing-
nice to
it's-
have it at the home,
it's
especially you don't want a
nothing-
lot of.
Yeah, sprinkles are supposed to be much less formal. We don't
Yeah.
do, you
Yeah.
know, it's just
We
a little-
did
it's really an excuse to like for us to buy a bunch of baby crap because
And-
that's what
yeah,
we want to do.
and get
Yeah.
together. My friend Carrie just had her third child on Friday. She was going to go in for a scheduled C-section. I think she said it was going to be like January 23rd, but she texted everybody like 8:00. I think it was 8:00, like Friday morning, like, here's the baby. I'm like, oh,
wait,
shit. Like, oh my
So
God.
she went into labor.
I guess,
And
yeah.
they had to do a C-section.
I don't
Or
know
did
how
she-
that works.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I'm not going to assume anything.
I went into labor before
Did
I
you?
had Blake.
Did you?
Can you imagine, guys, what my vagina
Oh
would
my-
look like if I passed a 12.9-pound baby?
Mutilated beef curtains. Mutilated.
Yeah, so I went into labor, and the doctor's like, "Oh, I think we'll make it." Thank God we made it.
Was he progressing at all? Or was he
I mean, I
like,
was having contractions, but it wasn't.
Wasn't like
I-
do or
yeah,
die.
can't imagine
Yeah,
he
he
had
wasn't
to-
worried about it. So,
okay.
My God.
oh my God, yeah. So
Yikes.
all good down there, guys.
So Carrie had a baby shower and she had her son, and he's 9. And then about 3 years later, she was I guess we knew, I'm guessing, I don't remember if we knew it was a girl or not, but we were like, let's just throw her like a little baby sprinkle.
Yeah.
Mhm.
We did it at our friend's parents' house. It was summertime. It was just like a pool party.
Yeah.
Everyone like brought some food, and we all
Very
pitched in and
low-key.
got her these like really nice bottles that she wanted. And that was pretty much it. And if anyone wanted to get her something else, they could.
It was
But
optional.
I think we gave her, you know, it might have been, now I'm like, is this a birthday gift or was this a shower gift? But I don't remember if it was, I'm not going to speak on it because I can't confirm or deny what's in my brain right now. We're recording on a Monday night, so I'm frazzled, okay? I normally have my
Yeah.
shit together on Sundays. I'm frazzled. It's Monday. I worked today. It was a boring day. It's cold as hell out.
Yeah.
So, and then her mom threw her another little sprinkle in December.
Mhm.
And then she
It's
had
fun
another.
to shop for babies.
she had another
It's-
girl.
Bridal showers are like boring to shop. Like I don't want to buy pans and stuff, but baby showers are super fun.
Yeah.
I was
I normally
thinking,
give cash, I think, for bridal showers, especially if my whole family's
Right?
going. We all just throw a bunch of cash in a
Well,
card.
that's great too, especially for the honeymoon. The
Yeah.
honeymoon. We gotta talk about that. And I did have, speaking of this topic of conversation, maybe when we come back from break, I did want to ask if we've all been married. Obviously, all gone through the whole like showers and crap.
Mhm.
Since my anniversary is tomorrow, I've been thinking back on my wedding and everything, and like
Yeah.
things I would do differently, things I wish I hadn't done, things that I'm glad I did do. And I'm just curious to have that conversation if there's things that you would. And I also want proposal stories because I don't think I've ever heard either one of yours.
Oh,
Oh,
we have so much to talk about, guys.
We do.
Jesus.
Yeah,
Ours
Yeah,
is
we-
so romantic.
mine is
I've
not.
never heard of your story.
You're
You're waving around the both of you,
waving her arms around like some crazy Italian here. Well, let's take break now.
Yeah.
So that I can get my thoughts together
Yeah, me
because
too.
I'm failing tonight.
That was me last week.
Yeah.
I was a mess.
You're every.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
I know. I just sit here and talk. I don't even know what I'm
So
doing.
we will be right back with more Relatable Radio.
Everybody, make sure to tune in to an all-new Novak and Franz show this week featuring guest host Ray Kyan from the CKY movies. Also, the series premiere of Might Be Tunes this Friday with the Manipulators. That's what I did this weekend. I was recording Might Be Tunes. Absolutely crazy. I can't wait for you guys to hear it, and I can't wait for you to see it on YouTube. That's right, we filmed it. It's going to be crazy. Make sure you tune in. Novak and Franz, Thursday. Might Be Tunes Friday, exclusively on the Might Be News Network.
welcome back to Relatable Radio.
I feel like we should be
I
talking
feel
about
like
something
I know.
sexy.
Sexual.
Wow.
Well, I guess we
Speaking
could
of
tie that
sex,
into
let's talk about honeymoon.
honeymoons.
Yeah. Kind of goes hand in hand.
So we booked our honeymoon at the end of December. We're going to Jamaica.
Where in Jamaica are you going?
We're staying at the Sandals Resort, the Royal Caribbean
Which,
Sandals Resort.
Near where was it? Blah, blah, blah. Where is it on the island? Like what city is it closest to?
Montego Bay.
Montego Bay.
Montego Bay is beautiful.
Mhm.
Yes.
So we leave March 21st and we come back the 27th.
So exciting.
So we're actually going to be taking off 7 whole days from work because when
Wow.
we're coming back on a Wednesday, like we're not going to go back to work Thursday and
F that.
Friday.
No.
F that.
I'm
I'll
gonna need a recovery just to get back into the swing
Yeah.
of things.
Yeah. absolutely,
And
especially
you'll be
us.
tan and
We don't. I don't.
jealous.
Relax.
You'll have like a nice
I'll
bronze
probably
to
come
you.
back really
Red.
pale.
So
More freckles. That's like me.
this season of the Might Be News Network will end the week of March 18th.
Oh, we're not gonna be able to hear about what happened, how it was.
Oh.
You're gonna have to remember and table
We'll probably
it.
take a short break though,
Yeah.
right?
Taylor's like, no, we're done.
Oh, we're done.
Well,
This
that's
is it?
that's the end of the season. You think
What's
about it,
that
we just
mean?
had a mid-season finale break that was
Yeah.
like 3 weeks. I would assume that
Okay.
it'd be about a month.
When we're coming back?
I don't have
Tell
that
me
answer
now,
yet. I don't have that answer. I have to consult with my
Yeah.
board of directors.
which is you
Yeah.
Yes.
and me, because we're
Well,
married
and
now.
everybody else too. I gotta, I would assume that it would be 3 weeks minimum.
I feel like it depends on when Easter is this year too. When's Easter?
Yeah.
Late April
April
21st.
Oh,
Oh,
or
is it really
something?
that
Yeah.
late this year?
Yeah.
Oh.
A month
Maybe the
after we get back from our honeymoon.
You have some bachelorette
So was that
parties
3
too, right?
three-
To go to.
3 months from today.
That's
This
crazy.
21st. Yeah. Yeah.
So
We have 3 weddings. I have 3 weddings, 3 bachelorettes, probably 3 bridal showers.
Ugh. Man.
let's not get too far off track. I didn't mean to
Okay,
throw
yeah,
a
yeah.
monkey
It's
wrench
still
in all
wedding
this.
stuff. We're not
Gosh.
that
Sure,
far
yeah.
off.
Just spoiler alert, we're ending this.
This is very exciting. So have either one of you been to an island, all-inclusive, Jamaica, anything similar to that?
I have.
Yeah?
I've been to Mexico, which is
Uh-huh.
all-inclusive resort, and St. Thomas.
Oh.
So for the first few days at St. Thomas, I stayed in an all-inclusive resort, and then the last few days we stayed with the family, like my best friend's family, and that was like you go get groceries and.
Yeah.
But that was like really fun. I did not like the resort that we stayed at because I kept comparing it to Mexico, and I was like, this place sucks. Like it
I
just.
feel like they're all really different depending on where you go, what
Yeah.
the staff is like. It can really.
I feel like the staff was okay, but it's just like they offered literally the same food every fucking day,
Oh,
every day.
that's
I'm
boring.
like, is there something different?
Hmm.
I'm like, I'm on vacation. Give me
Yeah.
something different.
yeah.
And it was just always the same, like food, just a different type of fish. And I'm like,
Oh, that's no.
No.
That's, no.
so when we got off the resort, I mean, we had the most fun off the resort anyway, but
Mhm.
it was still, I mean, it was still like paradise. Don't
Yeah,
get
right.
me wrong. I'm not going to complain. Like I'm in St. Thomas, but it was a lot of fun.
I've never been anywhere like that. So
Oh,
I'm
you're
excited.
gonna
You
love
will
it.
really
Yeah.
like it. I
It's
think.
just crazy to think that something like that exists
Yeah.
in the world.
Oh
Right?
yeah.
Like it's
and
crazy.
that you were not there. Why are
Right.
you not there?
And then you think
living
like,
it?
why don't I live here?
Right.
What the fuck
Like,
am I
what-
doing in
right.
Pennsylvania? It's all
Considering
cold.
that I fucking hate winter.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, but then you go off the resort and you see life outside of the pretty
Yeah.
places, and you're like,
Right.
oh, this is why.
this is
I don't
why
want
I
to live in a hut.
Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
This is why I live where the air hurts my face.
Well, I've talked about this with you before. One of my missions in life is to be a snowbird.
hmm
Go live up here in the
Hey,
summertime.
did you already
and
do that?
Mm.
I did.
Down to Florida. and-
I did, but now I can't migrate anymore. I'm like not flexible, So like that's what. But that would be pretty cool.
He's tied down to me. That's what he's referring to.
Tied down.
Ball and chain.
No, but that'd be fun for us.
Goals.
But where did you guys go on your honeymoon?
We went to Jamaica.
Did you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Where'd you go?
I don't remember. Some resort. To be, it was 8 years ago. I don't remember. My mother-in-law booked it, so I can't even.
Was
It wasn't a
somewhere in
sandals.
this book?
It was not a sandals. It was nice. It was actually like a more lower. It wasn't all couples. Like there were kids and stuff there. I remember there was water slides and stuff. They had like a water park on the resort,
Oh.
which was cool because I mean,
Yeah. Who doesn't want to do that?
and my husband's a big kid,
Yeah.
so we slept a lot. This is what happens though when you go on your honeymoon right after your wedding.
Oh.
You're so exhausted from like
Yeah.
the go. I mean, there's leading up to the wedding. There's like a billion things to do, and then all of a sudden it's just like, oh wait, I don't have anything to do.
Yeah.
We slept a lot, like
Well-
constantly. It was awesome. We really enjoyed ourselves.
We'll nap.
Kevin brought like 7 hats, which he doesn't do anymore, but back in the day too, you know.
I do.
He packed like all of them.
He's not. He was worse than I am now.
Oh, Jesus.
Jack.
He's
bad.
got
He was
so many hats. He's like, I'm going to get a hat. I'm like, no, you're not.
And then we had
More.
kids and all that kind of stuff. Just
Mm.
yeah. It was lovely. We really enjoyed it.
Did
We
you
got,
got
like,
for a
a-
week?
Yeah. We left the Monday after we got married. And there was like there was a huge snowstorm when we left. This reminded me when you were talking about your snow story. We came back. We had spent the night before in a hotel down by the airport because our flight was leaving like super early. That night at like 3 a.m., the fire alarm in the hotel goes off.
Oh, God.
So like we're like, what the fuck is going on? We were exhausted in the morning. It was no big deal. I don't know, somebody like pulled the alarm, something. And then there's a funny story about when we got to Jamaica. I'll tell that in a little bit. But when we got home, like we had like there was no snow, there was no nothing. We had like parked our car and we were good. And we got back to our car and there had been 18 inches of snow when we left. We had nothing to dig out the car, to scrape the windshield. Like we're like or what
What'd you
the fuck
do?
are we gonna? We just used what we had. Kevin's
Oh
out there
my
like with his
God.
arms like trying to shove the snow off the car. It was really bad. Like we eventually just kind of drove it out of the snow in the spot because we were totally snowed in.
Yeah.
It was
Was there other cars like that as well? Or
Yeah.
were they
The
all
car-
like clear? Okay.
because it was like some lot that like people would just park their cars and
See, I always get like, someone's going to drive
Bad
us to
planning.
the airport. I don't leave my
Yeah,
car.
take an Uber.
Uber. That's what Uber's for.
No. Why? When my family will do it for free.
Oh, that's true.
Like, come on, guys. I'm already spending enough on a honeymoon. Like, I don't need to spend it on some Uber driver.
What are you guys doing with Finn?
I'm going to take him. My brother and sister-in-law will watch him.
Nice.
So they have the little bulldog, Truvy. Truvy stays here with us when they go away. So
Oh yeah.
they can take Finn.
So exciting. I'm so jealous. I really
Yeah,
wanted to
me
go
too.
away this year.
Me too.
Like, and I was almost so close to getting it done, and then like it didn't happen, and then now Kev's like, well, I don't really want, we can't spend the money. We should.
But trust me, if I could have done things a little differently, like I would have had this honeymoon paid off and then gotten a car.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But we got the car on the 21st. We booked our honeymoon on the 27th.
Like expensive week.
And then he's like, this is your money. It's all due by the February 4th. I'm like, okay, great.
I want to steal this book, by the way, and take it home and look at it and pretend like I'm going to do one of these things.
I mean, honestly, you could
I
probably
have
take
a goal
it.
in life
I'm
of
pretty sure
one day
that
being able
tab's
to
where we're staying.
go on vacation with my husband without my children. And I figure they're older
I think it's
now.
needed. I think it's nice to
That's so neat.
reconnect.
Reconnect.
Yeah.
Oh,
You're
oh,
more
that's
than
cute,
just,
that little
you know,
heart with the
with
little
kids.
Yeah,
cabanas.
we're not staying in those.
Yeah, that's super expensive.
That would kind
That's
of
like the
freak
really
me out a
expensive
little bit.
Yeah, a
I
little
think
bit
though,
too,
I'd
I
think
would.
like sharks were going to come and eat me in the
Yeah.
middle of the night.
I think sharks are going to come eat me when I swim in a swimming pool still. So
And then you have to like get
It's
the little
irrational.
boat to the resort and back.
I would just swim. Is it far? Does it look
Is it far?
I need a drink. Let's go.
Yeah.
I can see Diddy like, Allison, wait, no.
I think we all should go.
Yeah.
It'd be so much
It'd be so
fun.
fun.
Great.
We should
Oh,
definitely
so great. Can
do
we
something.
plan that, please? I need a
Yeah.
fucking vacation.
Even if we
away
go
from
to
my
Punta
kids.
Considering we can't even go bowling,
That's a really good
we're
point.
going to plan a week's vacation together. Got it.
Shit.
I just
Allison, what
want to
did
go
you?
somewhere
oh,
and
sorry.
drink all week.
Oh my god,
Right?
I
For our
don't even drink
honeymoon.
much anymore, so I'm kind of
They've got
freaking
really
out
good,
about that.
fruity,
a little
awesome
bit.
drinks, though.
Yeah, I'm
Here's
freaking out.
here's what you
there.
need to do: tip the bartender the first day you're there, and like money. Our money goes a long way there, so you don't even have to tip them like too much.
Yeah.
Throw them like $20 the first day you're there, and you will get some super fucking strong, good drinks the rest of the time you're there.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm a little scared about that though.
We don't
I don't
drink
know if I
much.
want a strong drink.
Like wasted,
Like
just
rum.
like
A little stiffy, you know.
You don't have to keep drinking,
Yeah.
guys. It's not required. Like you can stop and have
It's
some
our
water.
honeymoon.
But they're free.
Jesus.
Yeah, but they're free. I want to get my money's worth. So that's what I need to figure out. What's our money's worth?
Let's break
How many
it down
drinks
by
per day do we need a drink to get our money's worth? How
Yeah.
much food do we need to
my
shovel
God.
in our mouths?
Yeah, we need to drink X amount of dollars per day.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Yep. So wait, where did you?
We went to the Poconos.
Okay.
Yeah, we stayed at like a little Cove Haven. I don't know if
Okay.
you guys
Oh,
heard
did you
of it.
guys go there?
Yeah.
How
we
was
did.
it?
Wait, did
was
you say the
fun.
one with the Champagne
It was
Tower?
fun. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
did
don't know
you?
if we had that one in our room.
But they have that room
Yes.
there, right?
Yes.
So I've driven by one because there's like 3 resorts that are associated with that whatever.
I don't know what it is. I'm sorry to interrupt, but is it like a resort?
Google it.
Yeah.
Google it.
Yeah.
It's
What
like
is it
over
called?
it's like it's supposed to be like super it's all
Cove-
about like
yeah.
romance
Cove
and
Haven?
Cove Haven.
Okay.
I drove by accidentally actually drove I was trying to look for some horseback riding place me
Okay.
and my friends were going to and like we accidentally ended up in the parking lot of that place and it looked so the one that we saw was like oh my god if I brought my husband here he'd be like what the fuck are you doing because it was very cliche.
Yeah.
It was like
Yeah.
there was a big sign I don't even remember what the sign I took a picture of it because it
It's
was
like
so
really
funny.
corny.
It was so corny.
Yeah.
My husband would fucking kill me.
He's like,
He would kill me.
love.
So I was
stays
curious
here.
if like does it feel that corny on all of them, and like how
No.
was it really? Because like they get really good reviews and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, it was nice. I mean, we did sleep a lot. And then like
Seems
we
to be
ate
a
a lot.
theme here. We ate a lot and
Yeah,
slept a
'cause-
lot.
Yeah, we went to the restaurant every day. And
Yeah.
it was
Was it
fun.
good food? Did they have like entertainment and stuff there?
I can't remember,
It
honestly.
was a while ago, 10 years
Yeah.
ago.
10 years ago, yeah.
I can't really remember.
Looks pretty cool. I
Yeah, right?
Googled it. Yeah.
Did you,
Yeah.
did you see the
Pretty cool.
Champagne Tower?
I haven't gotten there yet.
I'm pretty sure we bought a sex toy there, guys. So I
They
think it
sell
was
sex
more.
toys there?
I think so.
Nah, they found something and they turned it into
I
one.
think.
I mean, we bought things in Jamaica, but they were not sex toys. There
Oh,
were
yeah?
other instruments to use for different things. But
What
Yeah,
kinds
that's
of things?
you know, they have in Jamaica, there's something that they do a lot of.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't know because I've never done it. But
You're lying. Now I need to know. I can't.
you have no
I don't
idea
know
what I'm talking about to you.
No, you need to like spell it out.
Marijuana.
Ah.
I didn't. She was like, no, and she's like, I don't do those things. Like Little Miss, I'm
Oh.
innocent. They do that a lot in Jamaica, but she
I
doesn't
thought it
do-
was sexual.
No.
Oh, okay, I'm on a whole
Sorry.
different. Okay,
They sell, you
got
can
it.
buy like pipes and stuff. They're like sell them in the gift shops and there's.
Oh, okay.
Well, we
okay.
got off the plane in Jamaica and like people will offer you drugs everywhere.
Mm.
Don't buy the drugs from not in general, but from the deeper you get into the resort, the better they get. I just hear this. But like we got into like the van to drive us to the resort.
Yeah.
And he was like, literally, he pulled out a freaking brick. Like it was a brick. And he was like, do you guys want some weed? And we're like, Kevin is so bugged out. No, what do you, no.
I could see his face. He
He
was
was
like
like,
aggressively
"Oh, God,
shaking
no,
his head. No,
He's shaking his head so hard that his cheeks move.
that's what I'm picturing.
Yeah.
Like, that's exactly what I pictured. Kevin's
Okay,
cheeks
so
big like-
you guys know my husband. He is by nature very paranoid, does not like to be out of his comfort zone. Okay, so we are in this bus we had like a 40-minute drive to the resort. So we're in traffic, we're looking out the window. There's, my bus is full of all these white people. And so all of a sudden this cop car comes like flying up the side of us. And pulls over the car that's in front of us. The cop gets out of the car with like this massive, huge gun. A gun that our cops do not. Our cops
Yeah.
don't carry guns like
God.
that. He's like pounding on the back of the car. Get out of the car. Get out. Kevin is like,
This is it for us.
we had just gotten on the fucking island. And he's already ready to go home. And like he rips these guys out of the car. And the bus driver is like thinking, I'm sure it says like, oh God, these white people are going to be freaking the fuck out. So he's like, and he says something about, oh, well, the cops have to carry big guns like that because our bad guys carry big guns like that. And so like he
Touche.
kind of like goes around and like, oh, let's go,
Oh my god.
And then Kevin refused to leave the resort. He's like, we're not leaving. we're staying here, where it's safe. He was paranoid the entire time. He'd read some article or somebody told him something about like the lock, what are they called? The boxes in the rooms. Where you lock safety boxes. Yeah. Safe deposit? No. What the fuck is the word?
Security deposit.
Oh my God.
Everyone knows what we're trying to say.
Those boxes.
Wait, it's gonna bust me. I need something.
Knock. Oh, fuck. Anyway, he refused to put his passport in because he thought somebody was going to come steal it and steal his identity. He carried his passport on him the entire time. When we went to the beach, when we did everything, he carried all of his stuff with him because he was so paranoid that somebody was going to come, the housekeeper was going to come in and like steal his identity. And
Is it a safe?
Safe. It's a safe. Right, a safe.
Got it.
But is it? God damn it. It is Monday.
It's definitely
That's too
Monday.
funny. I could just picture Kev just bugging the whole time.
Bugging.
Yeah, we need to pick some excursions we want to do.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, I know some of them are already ruled out because of heights or
Are you scared
a lot of hiking.
Yeah.
Terribly afraid of
I
He's
am
heights.
already
too.
tall enough. We don't need to go much higher than his head.
It's true. I mean, like I've seen pictures and stuff of like,
Are there, like,
really cool waterfalls and stuff, and I'd like
booze
to
cruises?
do something like
Booze
that.
cruises are
Like,
fun.
Oh,
that'd be
yeah.
cool.
I'm
Cruise?
definitely, yes.
You could probably count me out of zip lining. You could definitely count
Exactly.
me out of bungee jumping. Of
What about
any
like
kind.
water
No, yeah, me-
stuff? Like, do they?
Water
I'm sure
stuff
they have
definitely
like
I'm cool with.
go look at.
They said snorkeling and stuff, which I'm all about.
Yeah,
Oh,
snorkeling.
man.
All
That-
about that stuff.
So do they have? I would assume they probably have the snorkeling stuff you can rent right on the resort.
I
think we get
it's-
our own.
I think we can get our own. We just go to like some
Yeah, and just
little
Yeah.
hut
get it.
and
Yep.
get
So
it.
like it freaked me. It freaked us out. So so there was like sand, and then there was like a wall of seaweed, and you had to go like past this wall of seaweed to get to like the cool stuff to snorkel with. And like the ocean in general kind of freaks me out a
Yeah,
little
me
bit,
too.
right? So like I remember like looking, I'd be like, oh, okay, let's try this out, let's see, and I'd like look at that, and I could just in my head, I'm like, shark coming at me right there through that
Oh,
wall of fucking
God.
seaweed. It's gonna come and
It's
eat me,
waiting.
and I'm
Say
like,
no
I'm
more.
done. I'm not doing. I'm good.
Yeah.
I like collecting. I
I'll
have
watch.
the little shells on
I'll
the. They have such
watch.
cool shells on the beach, and
That's why I can't
I brought a
scuba
bunch of them.
dive. I'll never scuba dive. I'd probably never even make it out of like the pool training session because I would
Yeah, I would
probably
never do it
panic.
either.
That's why I'm like, no. People were trying it in St. Thomas, and I was like, no.
I'm good. Thanks.
Did you ever see that movie? I'll never.
Which
I don't
movie?
even.
Which one?
What?
Deep water or something. They went snorkeling.
Oh, is
and
that
they were
the?
left.
Oh
The
yeah.
sharks ate them.
Open
Yeah,
water.
see?
Yeah.
Rumor has it they got out and they were that they just changed their identity once or twice, but chances are they
Really?
got eaten. Yeah. It was just rumored that people saw them on some resort somewhere, but I'm pretty sure it's one of
That'd
those
be
like
crazy.
we all have somebody out there that looks like us. So
doppelgangers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. So excited you guys are going.
well, we wanted to talk about
Engagements. and stuff?
engagements.
All right.
So
Proposals.
Allison, why don't you go first?
We'll go in order of.
We're going in order of
Okay.
yeah.
I was 20 years old.
Wow.
Baby.
I was 20. Danny, we went out.
He knows
To
I'm locking
Bonefish.
this thing down now before
Yeah.
she's 21 and can go out.
Before she's smart.
We went out for Danny's. I think it was his 21st birthday, and we went out to Bonefish, and my parents were there, and his parents, and it was for his birthday dinner. So I really had no idea.
Let's be honest, Allison, you wouldn't have known no matter what.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're pretty oblivious sometimes.
I had no idea.
I mean, had you guys
Yeah.
talked about it and stuff? Like, was that?
But at that point, how long have you guys been together?
We were, oh my God. So we were like official in like October, and I guess we got engaged in April.
Oh,
Okay.
wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
6 months later.
Yeah. Yeah, and he just got like down on one knee.
In the middle of the restaurant?
Yes.
Did
And
the
then they
restaurant
brought
know?
like champagne, and I was like, I'm
Oh.
only 20 years old. Yeah, so it was really nice. Like
So
I
I'm
was
assuming
like,
all the parents
oh my
were
God.
in on it.
Yeah, everybody
Yeah.
knew. My sisters knew. Yeah, he asked, obviously
yeah.
asked my parents,
For
for
permission.
their blessing.
That's
So yeah, it was really nice.
Did you cry?
I did. Yeah.
Yeah.
Called
Hey,
my
Danny.
friends right away. Yeah, I was like, oh my God. I
What the
can't
fuck just
believe it.
happened?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
It's
Why
just
not?
my life. It's
Right.
just happening.
And then at 22, we got married.
Aw.
So you could drink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you,
Nice.
Amy?
So I picked out my own ring. My
Sounds
mom
about-
and I
this
did.
sounds about right.
This story is my relationship.
Was it
totally.
your Christmas gift?
So my mom and I went and picked it out. I came home and was like, okay, Kev, here it is. Here's our card. Here's the information. Because I didn't want my ring came from an antique mall. I didn't want like to spend a lot of money. I thought that was
Yeah.
really silly, and like I like antique-y things, and so I found it and I was like, okay, that's the one. I came home, gave him all the information. This was like in the summer. It wasn't in the summer. Because I had told him like, okay, should I get off the pot? Like, we're not gonna hit 5 years, and like Kevin needs a little push sometimes. Let's be honest, most men do.
Yes.
Like, so I gave him all the info. He went and got the ring. I knew he got the ring because I saw in his checkbook like a receipt or the
Yeah.
check. So I knew he had it. Right. I did not know where he had. Now Taylor was living with us at the time, and Kevin was at least smart because he hid it in Taylor's room.
Yes.
So like he knew it was the
Oh.
only place that I wouldn't search for. Right.
Why would you even search for the ring? You know what it looks like.
Yeah, I know, but I just wanted to see if he had it because
Yeah.
I didn't necessarily know if he
Would
definitely
you think he was
had it.
buying it for some
And
other girl?
And I don't do like secrets and like surprise. Like it's very hard to do that. I just can't do it. So his plan had been to propose. So this was in the summer. His plan had been to propose that Christmas, which would have driven me fucking crazy because if I knew he had the ring, like, if he had waited that long, I would have probably fucking strangled him. So it was September 4th. I come home from work. He had the ring in his pocket because he had gone. He showed it to his aunt who he went to see. He happened to have it with him. And I came home like normal day. Like I gave him a hug and he thought I felt it in his pocket.
So he just got down on
And
one
he
knee.
like panicked. Total panic. Was not planning on it. I think he was as
Oh
surprised by the
my
proposal as
God.
I was. I had like just gotten home from work. Right? So he like gets down on one knee and I was totally surprised me, which is
Yeah.
probably the only way he could have surprised me is
Was
him
surprising himself.
at the same time. Because there was no other way.
That's great.
Right? But he
Good
had,
job, Kev.
he had plans that afternoon to go golfing with I think John, like buddies of his.
Yeah, yeah.
Right? So like he literally
so
proposed
funny.
and I was like, okay, I gotta go. Okay. So which was fine because it gave me time. Like I called everybody and like,
my
did the
God.
whole thing and yeah, and that's how that went.
That's so funny.
Yeah. It was surprising to both of us.
We picked out a ring together. We were at the Philadelphia Premium Outlets as usual, and I was like, we should just pop in, just take a look, right? We knew we wanted something a little different. We didn't want like just a diamond. We agreed on sapphire. He tried to get me to go with like green. I was like, this is going on my finger. I want sapphire.
I didn't push very hard.
He didn't push very hard.
Because
He
I
was
really
just-
like the sapphire. I
Yeah.
really do. I like the blue.
It suits me.
That's another
It does.
tradition that's going out the window is diamond
Yeah.
engagement rings.
Yeah.
Most people I
Good.
know that have gotten engaged recently
They're
have
way
not
too
had
expensive.
diamonds.
That's why I'm like, we don't need
Cheaper,
to
yeah.
spend that money.
Yeah.
So
He
we
really
went
did
in,
start
we found something that we liked, and we ended up ordering it. And they're like, okay, it'll be in. I'm really good with remembering dates. It'll be in December 8th. So, okay, this was in November, I think 19th. Don't ask me why I remember these dates, guys. I just do. Okay, get off I can feel the judgment. All right. So we go about our lives, and like obviously, I know it's the week of. And he always gets done work before me.
Mhm.
So I get home and we agreed we're going to have chicken fettuccine Alfredo for dinner with some garlic bread. So I'm like, we're sitting down, we're eating, and we're on the couch as usual. And he's just like asking me all these questions like, so like, how would you want me to propose to you and all these things? And I'm like, I'm going to know when you're doing it. And like, lo and behold, he's like setting me up. And then out
she
of
was so sure of herself.
And he kept
I'm
taking-
definitely gonna know.
But here's
right?
the thing.
It was great. The whole
was
time
great,
she was
'cause
saying,
I
I was like, yes.
He kept taking the plate out of me, and I was like, God damn, I'm hungry. He kept taking the plate. He kept taking the plate, I'm like, man, this is a really serious conversation. And he dropped down to one knee. Like, he just very smoothly had the ring. I think, did you have your robe on?
I did. I had my bathrobe on. Yeah.
Such a pimp.
You know, he just very smoothly took the ring out. He got down on one knee, and I was like, holy shit, like, it's happening now. So they had called him to say the ring came in early. So that's how he got me, because it was December 5th when we got engaged.
Because we were kind of talking about, like, I didn't want her to know, like, all right, I'm going to go pick up the ring. I'll be right back to propose to you. It's going to be great. Like, you better say yes.
He was kind of upset that I knew, like, what the ring was going to look like and everything. I'm like, yeah, but by then, like, there's going to be little things about it I'm going to forget.
My whole point to that was once. Like, I have to fucking wear it forever. I want to make sure I'm going to like it.
Well, for me,
I didn't pick mine out.
See, I wasn't upset about it.
He wanted there to be an element of surprise. And I said, I don't know when or how you're going to do it.
And in all reality, I was relieved that she knew what it looked like, because
there was no pressure.
There was no pressure.
Is she going to hate this ring?
Yeah.
A friend of mine got engaged, and then she demanded he go back and exchange the ring for a bigger size.
That's crazy.
Wow.
No, in her defense, it was tiny.
Oh.
It was tiny.
Size sometimes matters.
like picking it out with
made fun of
her
her.
was great, because it was just like, oh, that looks great, and we both liked it.
And I kept going, is this too big for my finger? I feel like it looks weird. And the lady's like, no. And then here we are.
Yeah.
And all we knew is that as soon as he had the ring, he was never going to be able to hold on to it. He was going to immediately want to propose and get it over
out of the
with,
way,
because he wouldn't be able to.
No, I'm terrible with secrets,
well,
surprises,
we just had this
things
Christmas
like that.
conversation of Christmas gifts.
Yeah.
That's why we do that.
Yeah.
It's just because it's just.
I was like, I don't know, Kevin, how he even managed to hold on to the ring as long as he did without doing any. I think he was just so terrified to actually ask me that question. Fear kept it.
Yeah, probably, or just like trying so desperately. I remember Kev asking me questions about, like, well, what should I do? How should I don't remember exactly what he was asking me, but I remember, like, us having conversations as far as, like, well, what should I do? What would be a good thing to do? And I'm just like, Kev, Amy is approximately 1 trillion times more romantic than you are. So whatever you're thinking isn't quite good enough. You need to just do something.
So you're probably the problem. You build
probably
it
the
up
problem.
so much in his head that he
probably
was like, there's no way I can do this.
But I was like, you just have to just do something you wouldn't normally do.
Well,
Well, he did it.
I don't remember the exact conversation we had.
So you
but
weren't home when they got engaged?
I don't
Did you
believe
celebrate
so.
with Amy?
I
You may have been.
Wouldn't that
I
been
lived-
funny if
I don't think I
Taylor
was.
celebrated
I
with
don't think you
Amy
were.
because Kev ran
Because
out?
I probably would have come down and I probably would have told you.
pop some shit.
I don't think you were
I
home.
don't think I was home yet.
I don't think you were home.
I
I got home early that day because it was a holiday weekend.
And I don't
Oh
remember
yeah,
where I
that's
was. But I
Labor Day
wasn't-
weekend.
I
Yeah, it
wasn't
was Labor
there.
Day weekend.
wasn't
I remember
there
we
yet.
all
No.
hung out that weekend. We had a party or something. We had people over. I remember hanging out, and like telling everybody and like hanging out and stuff.
I tried to call and tell my whole family. They were all fucking busy.
Yeah.
Seriously?
Nobody
And I was like,
answered
all
the
right,
phone.
post it on Facebook. I tried. That's how mad I
All of
was.
them?
I was
You have a big family. All of them?
Nobody
because
answered.
there was an event at the church and all the kids that were in the,
Yeah.
and I think even my brother Sean was it. Like I think all these people were. I don't know. Nobody answered. I literally called. My siblings were all sitting next to each other and like, oh, Jackie's calling me. Oh, Jackie's calling me. Oh, Jackie's
And
calling me.
none of them answered?
No, because they
They
were in
think-
church. They're in church.
Like, you think they would think that, was there an emergency maybe? If
Right.
you were calling
Right.
all of them, repeat.
I was like, oh, I'm engaged. So
F you people. I had news to share.
I'm like, well, first off, like, why wasn't I invited? Okay. Why was I not invited?
Thank God you weren't.
I know, right?
I'd have been sitting there like, what do I do with this thing?
You would have to do it real
Don't
quick,
lose
and then
it.
I'd
Don't
run
lose
out.
it. Don't
You
lose
would've-
it. Don't
we
lose
would've-
it.
We would have gotten engaged, and then I would have left to go to this thing
It happens.
when you'd be home. See,
Yeah, it happens.
I do real quick want to end because we're getting ready to wrap it up here. Anybody who's friends with me on Facebook knows that occasionally I've been sharing updates. There's a woman that I know. We went through elementary school together and high school and everything. Her daughter Julia just turned 2 in December, and she is battling a very rare and aggressive cancer. It's basically wrapped around her brainstem. So right now, every day it gets a little bit more morbid, but she updates every single night, so everybody knows. The saddest thing about all of this is that they have a 1-year-old son.
Mm.
So through all of that, like he turned 1 and like she'd just gotten diagnosed like a week probably earlier with cancer. The same day they diagnosed her with cancer, Amy's dad had died of cancer.
Oh my God.
So they've been having a really rough time. I think she's been in the hospital since end of October, because I remember one of her first posts being about, this is not how I thought I'd be spending Halloween or something along those lines. And it was like basically a picture of her in a hospital bed. But at that point, they didn't know exactly what was wrong. They thought maybe it was just an infection. So they were going to like start some antibiotics just in case, and ended up being cancer. So Danny talked about it a little bit on Might Be News. They did this. So Amy's birthday was the other day. So somebody created this hashtag for like Amy's birthday, like called like Stories for Julia. So it's just a bunch of like either adults or children or adults with their children reading stories for this little girl, to try to like brighten their day. Cause she's she's reading all the comments to her, they always say like hearing's the last thing to go when people are dying. So they just keep communicating with her. And I think they're down there like all day and night. So there is a GoFundMe page set up. I'll probably try to share something on the Relatable Radio Facebook page just so people can see it. The GoFundMe page, the last I checked, was a little. It was like $76,000, and the goal is $125,000.
Okay.
So, and all through all of this, she had to put her cat down.
I did see that.
They found a mass on the cat.
Jeez.
She like randomly went home. She said something was pulling her to go home. So she went home and her cat just wasn't acting right. She contacted an emergency vet and they were like, looks like there's a mass on her heart. And it's like, I think it was like cancer or something. So, so they're going through a lot right now. So I'll share something on the Relatable Radio Facebook page so people can kind of either get involved, or I think they're trying to do some sort of meal setup, or obviously GoFundMe. There's tons of different things. Lots of people. There was somebody from New Zealand that commented about some sort of alternative medicine, and that's pretty much what they've been trying to treat her with. Because for a while they were just like no chemo, no radiation, nothing, because any sort of inflammation from that would probably be instant death. So they didn't go that route, but they did another MRI, and it looks like they're going to try to start really aggressively some chemo tomorrow, I believe. Like when this airs, they're going to be, I think, setting up for chemo. Hopefully, let's hope, because everyone at this point is just praying for a miracle.
Yeah.
I mean, there's not, I within an hour, there's like thousands of comments and shares. Like this is reaching a lot of people. So I'm just trying to do my part, because financially, like I have donated. If I could donate more, I wholeheartedly would. But right now I'm going to be the voice of reaching out so that hopefully other people who can or have the time can do something.
Yeah.
So power of voice and community.
How would they find it?
I'm going to put that on Relatable Radio because I can't remember the GoFundMe name.
You can look for hashtag Stories for Julia.
Stories for Julia. You're going to get a bunch of videos, and I assume somewhere in those videos is probably going to be a description about a GoFundMe page or a link to Amy's page. There is another page. I think there's even a blog. I think it's like Julia's Fight for Cancer. There's two pages that basically are following and updating all this information. So it's tough. It's tough to see every day. Like, you guys all have kids.
Yeah.
You know that what it would almost be like to be in that situation, and you pray it would never happen to you or your worst enemy. But unfortunately, these things happen. So let's all pray for a miracle for little Julia, because she deserves a chance at life.
Yeah, sweet girl.
So now that we're ending on a morbid note.
Aww.
Well, I mean, it's like you said, I don't
it's
think
a good thing.
It's morbid,
like
but
we want people to
do your part.
To do their part.
Yep.
Yeah.
Pray to whoever you pray to, because she needs all we can give.
Well, they're getting a lot of great support I've seen in like a lot of the comments, like you were saying, and I think it's really outrageously sweet that they're doing reading stories to her and stuff.
Yeah, I don't know if that's still going. Like I don't know the latest on that, but
Very,
I
very
just know she said she decided to update on Julia's status because she kept all that to herself with her dad. So she went through that. I mean, her dad, I think, ended up living for 3 years with a diagnosis of cancer. And it ended up, I think, reaching his brain. And that's pretty much, I think, what ended up being the final say to everything. So it's just a lot going on for this family.
Yeah.
So anything you can think to do it. Not even saying please anymore. Just do it.
Yeah.
do it.
So
Good job this week, ladies.
you too.
Thanks.
Had a lot of fun talking honeymoons and
Yeah.
weddings
Weddings.
and engagements and all that cheesy girly stuff. You guys.
Aw.
It's not just girls who do these things.
Yeah.
That's true.
Dudes do it too.
You know,
In bathrobes.
He was in a bathrobe.
I was. I think I like just got in the bathrobe, so I was like super duper
Probably.
hype on it.
The part like you planned for that too, right? Like you knew when you were gonna do it. You're
so
like,
funny.
I'm gonna wear my bathrobe.
I think
when I
he
propose.
did. He wore that bathrobe all the time. So I think if he didn't have it on, I
would've been
probably
suspicious.
Yeah, it would have been
like, wait,
suspicious.
where's your robe?
But you know
what are
what's
you
sad
doing?
is after all of that, I was so excited I couldn't eat. All that hunger. All that hunger
Aw.
just went away with excitement. So
But all right, well, we'll see you guys next week.
yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Stay warm, everybody.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.